We're live. We're live. We're live.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you this fine after debate day? This is after debate day. This is also September the 11th. I've already been a part of a moment of silence for September the 7th, 9/11 of 2001.
23 years ago.
23 years ago. And wow. Didn't even realize. I mean, we realized, yes, we know when it happened, but until she just said it, wow.
23 years ago. I remember the day.
I remember the moment I was
the moment I was actually at work. I was at IBM. My son was at school. No, he was in daycare. And I was concerned because my sister actually worked in the World Trade Center, and I was estranged from her, and I didn't have any way of getting in touch with her. We didn't speak at the time. And I just called around, and I finally got her phone number, and I finally got her phone number, and she didn't answer the phone. And I was hysterical, and left a message on her voicemail. And finally, she actually called me back and went directly to my voicemail intentionally. Like, she chose the option for voicemail and just said, "I'm alive." And I was able to catch my breath.
Yeah. That's real. And that happened for so many people too. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on that talk today, but I do remember the moment I discovered it. I was still getting dressed to go to work. I was putting on my suit. I was putting on my shoes.
I was in the office. I had a little tiny black and white TV in my office because I have my own office, me and Clarissa Ellerby. And everybody on the hall came down the hall to see it on my TV.
Well, as I was putting on my shoes, I got a call on my cell phone. My mother all excited. "Brian, check on the TV, turn on the TV." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" "Turn on the TV, see what's going on." So I have one shoe on. I turned on the TV, and the first plane had already hit the tower, and the tower was smoldering.
5 a.m.
No, 10.
11, the second one hit.
Okay. Well, when I discovered it was like 10. Okay. And the plane was smoldering. And I was thinking, oh, man, what an accident. So I put my other shoe on. Hang up from my mom, put my other shoe on. I'm thinking, man, what a terrible accident.
Then the next one.
And then the second one hit.
You knew could not be an accident.
Right. And that's when I was like, oh, my gosh, we're under attack.
Right.
This is not an accident. That's when it happened for me. That was that moment. Good morning, Sister Judy Floyd. We do have a topic today, the greatest investment you will ever make. Plus, we're going to have some debate talk.
Some respectful debate talk. I'm going to do my best to keep him under control.
Keep him under control.
I know how to be respectful.
Me too.
I know how to make my opinions known without being incendiary or derogatory.
Well, I'm going to start off with incendiary and derogatory then if that's the case, because
good morning, Lena Janelle.
Good morning, Lena Janelle. I know you did, Lena. I watched every minute. I watched the pre-debate. I watched every minute of the debate.
And we were grateful. We had a couple of people in the theater with us.
Shouts out to
Peggy and
Uzama Ra and Peggy
and Monique Young from New York.
They watched it with us in the Empowerment Center.online, and we was able to keep the chats hopping about what we thought. It was a lot of fun. So, and I was able to have a cigar while I watched the debate. I was in the garage with the cigar and I watched the whole thing. But also I watched after the debate stuff, and I read and watched some stuff this morning, and I made a comment, that Trump still doesn't believe he lost.
Good morning, Shirley.
And I will tell you, Black folks particularly, if you're supporting Trump, that's one thing. I still don't understand it. But when you come out and say he did win the last election, you're one of the people who don't understand that 75 million votes is not the same as 81 million votes. Trump lost by 6 million votes. He lost in a landslide, and you're still trying to hold on to that. I just blocked that person and hid their comments too. So that's what I did for that.
You blocked them? Mm-hmm. Like forever? Ever?
Yeah.
So you unfriended them?
I don't want to be friends with someone who thinks like that, who thinks that Trump won in 2020. I don't want to be friends with that person. Nope. You're too dumb to be my friend.
Linda Janelle says, "Yep, I watched before and after the debate with my friend.
Whoop, whoop,
my
with your friend. Was y'all like this watching it? That's nice. I think it's cool to do that.
Shirley says, "Good morning, Judy, Lena, and Uzama.
Good morning, Uzama.
Good morning. Shirley is actually going to be our guest tomorrow.
What?
She's
Finally.
Yes, tomorrow.
And we got a special guest today, too, because this is Wednesday, y'all.
Wisdom Wednesday.
Wisdom Wednesday. In 11 minutes, you're going to brace yourself for whatever Mark Greers wants to bring to you today.
Absolutely. And you know what's interesting and unique is he brings the information to us days before. So I got this from him on the 9th. So I'm really looking forward to the light that he'll bring to the scenario that we need for today.
This outside, maybe? I still hear something underlying talking.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, hey, Shelley, so the greatest investment you'll ever make. Let's go ahead and say that up front. That's our topic plus debate talk. Not either or, we're going to talk about both. But I believe you can invest in land because that's a great investment. They're not making any more of it. That's a great investment. But the greatest investment that you will ever make is into your own mind, your own self. That is your greatest investment. I often hearken to the Benjamin Franklin quote, if you empty the pennies of your purse into your mind, you will fill that purse with gold. If you spend your money on developing your mind, spend your money on personal development, on education, you fill that purse with gold. I lean into that because I believe it's true.
I got a call yesterday. It was yesterday. A follow-up call that was based on that podcast that I did that I told you was interesting. I didn't understand it at all, and I was kind of thrown into this thing, and I actually
what am I doing? I mean, what is this about?
Yeah, yes. What is this about? I'm here, and so he endeavored. The person who followed up with me endeavored to talk to me like I was someone who did not believe in personal development.
Oh, as if you weren't. Really? He don't know.
I said, oh, well. I couldn't barely stifle a chuckle. Because I know that some people use tactics to try to get you on their side. They use tactics to try to encourage you to do something that you might not do because you think, oh, I better say yes to this because if I don't say yes to this, then I'm not it's not plugged into anything.
I don't understand. I hear something.
There's nothing to hear. There's nothing to hear.
I still hear this though. I still like something's
Good
on.
morning, David Franco. How you doing
Good morning,
this
David Franco.
morning? And Tanobi says, good morning. I'm
David Franco
here
sent me a message this morning early.
at work, so reading the conversation. Try to jump in when I can. Oh, we know. We appreciate you jumping in. He sent me a message as well. I didn't have an opportunity to even see it this morning. It's been a difficult morning for me.
He invited us to a dinner that's being held this upcoming Friday, but we're going to be traveling this week. So I appreciate the invitation though, David. So the greatest investment you're ever going to make is into your own self. What does that mean? I'm not in school anymore. I'm not paying for any education anymore. That's the beginning part. That's the beginning. I'm talking about whatever money you're willing to spend, and it could be in any of these areas. Whatever money you're willing to spend, how about that, on your own development, which could be in the form of a course you take, a curriculum that you decide to take, a book you decide to read, a coach you decide to hire, something. It could be any of these things, but you have to, according to the great Benji Bruce, you have to put money into it. If you don't put any money into your development, it won't go far. What? Yes, you have to invest money into your development.
Dr. Beverly says, Grand Rising to my favorite, awesome, beautiful family. Condolences to Frankie Beverly. I knew something was up when I kept hearing all the music playing over and over.
Frankie Beverly gone? I didn't know.
Wait, what?
Frankie Beverly.
No.
She just said condolences. I didn't know we lost Brother Frankie.
Condolences to his family.
Right.
Lost him. I didn't know either.
I didn't know. Oh. I've seen Frankie Beverly perform 5 times live.
Good morning, Dr. Deborah.
At least 5 times live, if not more. But I always go check him out when he's a summertime performer. Made a career out of one album. One album. Made a whole career out of it. Love that.
Lena Janelle says, what? In all caps with question marks and exclamation marks. Frankie Beverly, question, exclamation. No, exclamation. I am trying to reserve myself because I personally, I trust Dr. Beverly, but I am a fact checker. I do not like to.
Well, Frankie Beverly can't die.
I don't like to celebrate anybody's life before the time.
He will never lie. Joy and Pain, Looking California, Southern Girls. All of his songs. He don't even sing them. He's the king of turning the mic to the crowd. You sing it.
Even James Earl Jones, I had to check, and cross-check.
Yeah, y'all know the song. Y'all know the words. Sing it yourselves.
Uzama, thank you. He says, sowing into the next generation is a great investment.
That's like planting a tree. Okay, sowing into the next generation is a great investment. When you sow into the next generation with the right seed, they feed everyone around them and the world around them too.
Dr. Beverly says, yes to the family. Yes to the family of Frankie Beverly. Oh, wow. I'm still out of shock. I'm not ready.
I'm gonna keep going. All right, so it's 9:10. So 5 minutes. We're gonna have Margarita's submission. I want to give my thoughts on the debate last night.
When did we lose it? When did
I don't know. We gotta research it. I gotta research it. She just said I learned it the same time you did. Okay, I watched the debate, and here's what I got out of it. Kamala Harris had a plan. She wanted to bait him. She wanted to get under his skin. She wanted to rile him up. And she wanted to beat him up too. And I think she succeeded because he took the bait every time. She won the first round before they started speaking. Because when they brought him out onto the stage.
She went across the stage.
Well, he tried to go behind the podium.
Forced him
instead of
to shake her hand.
Yeah, he was scared of her.
He would have had to really do some damage to himself.
She chased him.
Mm-hmm. No! Hey!
Kamala Harris, let's have a good debate. He goes, nice to meet you. He was trying to hide because he wasn't going to shake her hand. She chased him across the stage, went behind his lectern, so that she chased him until he couldn't run away no more. Okay, and I thought, oh my God, she won the first round. She made him shake her. He wouldn't have did it. And she looked right at him all night. They said, you are a disgrace. You don't know, and you're wrong, and they're laughing at you, and you're weak. She kept saying that. And when she said, I'm going to do something non-traditional, I want you to go to a Donald Trump rally, and you'll see people leaving early because of exhaustion and boredom. He couldn't handle it.
He couldn't take that one.
That was it.
That was the
nobody leaves my rallies.
Yeah. The straw that broke the camel's back.
He couldn't handle that one. Oh, he couldn't take it.
Because nobody is at Kamala's rallies. That's what he said. Nobody is at her rally.
Yeah, he goes, nobody goes to her rally. And she buses people in and pays them to come to her rallies. Nobody's there, but she buses them in and pays them.
Which one is it?
Okay. But when he lost, and then he started talking about, immigrants are going to Ohio and they're eating your pets. They're eating your dogs and they're eating your cats.
He was
shouts out to the moderators who fact checked him right on the spot
immediately
several times. He goes, sir, we checked with the city planners and police. There's no credible of that. Yes, they are. I saw it on TV. No, sir, they're not eating. No Haitians are going around eating people's cats and dogs. 78-year-old old man. And she just chuckled at him.
Good morning, Sheila. Thank you for joining us this morning. We're trying to be grown-ups this
I
morning.
know Sheila, I suspect, I don't know. Sheila got this, saw the debates too. It's 2 minutes until Mark Greer. 2 minutes until Mark Greer. But today's topic was the greatest investment you'll ever make plus debate talk. I thought she kicked his ice. Her opening line, I thought she was a little nervous still. But after the opening sentence, she got into her groove.
Sheila said, good morning. Lena Janelle says, Kamala made him shake her hand and was like, I'm Kamala.
Let's have a nice debate.
Amen. Dr. Jefferson says, yes, I love that move. That was smart. Yep. Amen. Sheila said it was definitely a boss move. I agree. Dr. Beverly says, if no skin is in the game, Brian, then the business will just be in your mind.
Yeah. You got to put something in. Get something out.
Mm-hmm. Shirley is greeting Sheila. Good morning from the co-producers of the Empowerment Network. I appreciate it. I'm having some trouble getting.
I want you to get a whole new laptop.
Don't do that. Don't do that to me on live. Thank you.
Oh, don't chastise you to buy a new laptop. Don't do that. I'm not the kind of husband that would do that, baby. I'm not going to do it. Okay. There are husbands out there, sweetheart, that when they see you having challenges with your laptop, they will say, baby, go buy one. But that's not me. I'm not going to tell you when to go upgrade your laptop because you can see I ain't that kind of guy. I ain't going to do it. I know other people would do it, but not me. That's not me. Okay. Lena Janelle says she showed tremendous restraint, but Trump was bigly mad. That part about the Springfield people eating pets had me laid out. David Franklin says Kamala had better eye contact with the camera. She looked at the camera and she looked at him. And it's 9:15. Let's catch up the comments and bring Mark Greer up.
Sheila said Trump has met his match. Amen. Sheila said, you know me well. You know me well. Of course, I went to a watch party last night.
Went to a watch party. We did our watch party virtually. David Franklin says
Kamala did a good job making you feel that she was talking directly to you. Absolutely.
Amen. It's 9:15 on Wednesdays of every week for more than a year now. We've been submitting a submission for Brother Mark Greer. Let's see what he brought for us today.
Grand Rising to your Empowerment Duo family. Here we are again at another edition of Wisdom Wednesday. You know, we are on the heels of another mass shooting, another shooting at a school by a child. There was injuries, there was loss of life, and here we are again dealing with the aftermath of a tragedy. People will pontificate as to why it shouldn't happen, why it did happen, but rarely is the focus and the commitment to ensuring it doesn't happen again. And as I thought about that, I thought about this one thing. For those who tragically lost their lives that day, the parents, the spouses, the siblings, the family members of those who lost their lives, were they told that morning before they went to school, I love you? And I thought, if they were, as tragic as that event was, the fact that someone took the time and took advantage of the opportunity to let their loved one know, I love you. Empowerment Duo family, my message this morning: if there are people in your life, in your circle, in your community, in your environment that mean the world to you, at some point today. Tell them those 3 words. I love you. Do not text them. Do not call them on the phone if you can. Be in their presence. Look them dead in their eyes and simply say, I love you. Those 3 words can change a life, can improve a life, can give life. But a lot of times, we say we'll say it later. Oh, they know how I feel. And that may be true. But although they know how you feel, how do you think it makes them feel to hear those words from you while you are standing right in front of them? Those people in Georgia who lost their lives in that school no longer have that opportunity to hear those words. If there is someone, if there are people in your life that you love dearly, do not forget another day, do not let another second go by without uttering those 3 words. I love you. People often say I am is a powerful statement because what you put on the end of it, you have just claimed. I tell people I love you are the 3 most powerful words in the English language, because what it says to the person receiving it is that I trust you with my heart. Your presence, your being, who you are means so much to me that you are embedded within me and that I am investing and giving you a piece of me. And I am letting a piece of you reside in this sacred place. And I need you to know that my love for you is endless. It is unconditional. It is pure. It is sent by God himself. And it is vitally important to me that I express to you how much I love you. Empowerment Duo family, that is this message this morning. Tell someone in your life, I love you. And when you say it, if possible, look them dead into their eyes so that when you speak those words, you are speaking into their soul. You are planting those seeds in their spirits. And when you say them, the look on your face, the sincerity in your voice lets them know you mean that with every fiber of your being. I love you. It's something that you need to say, and there are people in your life who need to hear it from you. That's all I have for today, everybody. As always, be that blessing that everybody in your life has been wishing for, because it's time for you to begin receiving every single blessing that you have prayed for. We'll talk to you again soon. Peace.
Wow. That was profound and provocative and well said. Excuse me, Shirley. I echo your sentiment. She says, "I love you, family," and amen, Brother Mark Greer. We definitely love Brother Mark Greer, and we appreciate his reminding us the importance of caring for and loving each other, but not just doing so in our hearts, but actually being sure to let the other person know that we love them.
These 3 words, sweet and simple. Stevie Wonders. When was the last time that you heard him say, daughter or son, I love you? When was the last time that you heard him say, best friend, I love you? The ones for whom you give your very life, can be taken quickly in the twinkling of an eye. Stevie Wonder. I think Stevie sings that song better than me, but it's up to a debate.
I don't even think I know that song.
These 3 words is the name of the song. These 3 words by Stevie.
I may have heard it from Stevie, but I have no idea. No.
What I was just
idea.
When was the last time that you heard him say? You don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna play it as soon as we're done here. But anyway, Brother Mark, thank you. Brother Mark Greer, thank you. Of course, David's gonna notice his collar was on point. If y'all don't know who David Frankel is, get to know him. He's an amazing entrepreneur and businessman. And inventor. I use one of his inventions a lot. He has this invention called his first invention I know of. It's called the Perky Collar. It's a clear plastic, firm but flexible piece of plastic that you put underneath your collar so that your collar stays up.
When you don't have on a tie.
When you don't have on a tie or you're not buttoned all the way up. Like Mark Greer's collar was popping today. It was up straight. It looks better, especially if the shirt is older. The shirt might be a little bit not new anymore, but not old enough to get rid of. But the Perky collar adds life to it. So I used one. I had on one yesterday with you guys. I wear it a lot. If I'm going to wear a dress shirt with not a golf style shirt, but a dress shirt with no tie. And we're in the South. We don't wear ties that much. Dr. Deborah says, great word, Brother Mark. Lena Janelle submits, funny. YouTube would reference investing in a laptop. I was bad about replacing my Acer laptop to the point where my old podcast host told me I needed to take it out backyard, shoot it, and put my laptop out of its misery. It took my client, J. Anthony Brown, to invest in me. He said he loved the video that I animated for him, but I needed to step up my game with my speed. So he cash apped me a grip and said, buy a better computer. I will never forget him investing in my career. It was a turning point. Thank you for sharing that story. And that is a turning point. When someone is willing to invest in your mission like that. Thank you to J. Anthony Brown for seeing enough into you to feel like that was good seed worth investing in. He saw something that's worth his dollars. Money is not easy come, easy go. It's only easy go. So whenever someone puts money into some other person's mission, I believe the angels in heaven rejoice and rally around that investment and make it go further. So thank you, J. Anthony Brown. Thank you, Lena, for sharing that story. Yes, these 3 words. I can't believe you don't know the song.
Still don't
but anyway,
know
but you're going to hear it today.
I welcome hearing it.
One of the things I do on Wednesday mornings, I take part in the mastermind group. And today we talked about making ourselves too available to the world. It's such a thing, making ourselves too available.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have loved the conversation. Talk about not only just our clients and potential clients, but are we too available even to our family and friends? And they was talking about how when you're too available, they'll take all your time. Mm-hmm. Okay, all of it. And then you don't leave time for yourself. At first, I was like, it's hard to be too available because of my calendar. Not just time
for yourself, also time for your business.
Yep.
And it's so important to remember, because I get it all the time, more often than I'd like to admit, where because I work for myself and because I work from home, I must not be busy.
So they could just drop off the kids because you're working from home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's actually.
Well, you can pick us up because you work from home.
Mm-hmm.
You can pick us up in the airport. You work from home.
Yeah, I'm never doing that. First of all, don't fly into Charlotte and wait for me to pick you up. Don't do that.
I'll pick you up.
Okay. No. Don't call Uber.
Okay. That makes so much more sense. Use an Uber. Don't inconvenience anybody else. Just use an Uber. You only inconvenience yourself. Okay. Good morning, Mark Greer. Thank you. Mark Greer says, top of the morning, my people. As we remember the tragedy that happened this day 23 years ago, let us also remember the unity, although briefly, that was birthed from that tragedy.
Absolutely.
There are many who proclaim unity today, but continue to sow seeds of division. Let the memory of 9/11 remind us all we are stronger and better together. Division is weakness. Unity is strength. I read that in the stylings of Mr. Mark Greer as best I could.
Absolutely. Lena Janelle says, yes, it meant so much to me. Love that, brother. Not every client is that good. I cherish the ones who go above and beyond. Amen. So do I.
It's a good story, Lena. It's a good memory too. It means a lot, actually. It highlights that you're a good seed. You're a good seed. You're good ground to sow seeds into. Dr. Deborah Dunson says,
I have to remind my mom and sister all the time that I actually have a business to run.
She has to remind them all the time. How many of folks who got to the place of retirement age and people think since you don't have to go to a job, now you're everybody's taxi and daycare. Okay. That's not how the game is played. Okay. So the conversation about being too available, and I submitted the use of calendars and all that kind of stuff, but still it was an interesting conversation. It was a very interesting conversation. It was a round robin conversation.
Amen.
Lena Janelle says, good word, Mark. And yes.
Yes. You did
it right?
Yes. Yes.
I did it right.
So finally.
It only took, 7 years?
Yeah. This morning was unique for me. I actually did not get up and walk. I got up and I just had to lay back down today.
That's okay.
I had to lay back down, but once I got back up and got everything ready for the morning, I found my muse this morning that I have been trying to get, and I'm just trying to tap into. I almost didn't even come to see you guys today because I was afraid she was going to be fleeting, but I have gotten illustrating this character that I have been working on. I just couldn't get it quite right. Because I already have a image of it. So there's already an image of the character for He's Always Higher Than Me.
Right. You talked about
so it's difficult. I talked about it because I did the cover already and I did a couple of the pages, but the image of it, I couldn't get the image in different positions and doing different things to be the same enough, and it was so frustrating for me. And it came today. I was able to get one other illustration done, and I'm grateful because I like it.
Beautiful.
I like it.
And she's got a sketch over here too. The muse came to her. I did though see your rabbit this morning.
She was probably looking for me.
I went out to take up the trash. The rabbit hopped out of the bushes when I went to the trash, saw it was me, and hopped back into the bushes. It wasn't afraid.
It wasn't afraid because he wasn't there for you.
It didn't look like he was a scared rabbit.
No.
It just hopped out, looked around a little bit, saw I was there, and then just decided, I'll just go back.
That wasn't Debo. That was Sir Charles.
It wasn't a big one.
Yeah, that was Sir Charles.
Okay. And he was chubby, though, but he wasn't big like the bigger ones. Okay.
Janelle says division is weakness, unity is strength. Kamala may need to hire Brother Mark to help create some campaign speeches.
Yes, she said that. Our strength is in our diversity. She says you don't judge a leader by how many people he beats down. You judge a leader by how many people he lifts up. Mm-hmm. And I love that she knew she was kicking his ass because she kept looking right at him and saying, you are disgraced, and he would never look at her. He would look at her like this. And she and her administration, and I'm an angry old white man, and they don't respect her. They respect her, and they're eating our pets.
Oh, I try, I try to keep it above board.
And if she gets elected, we're going to have a World War III if she gets elected. And if she gets elected, we're going to have a depression worse than 1929 if she gets elected. And you know what else? Joe Biden hates her. He hates her. Yes, Joe Biden hates her. Really? How do you know this? Because... Lena Janelle said, was it Shebo or Debo? I don't know if it was a male or a female.
No. Debo's wife is out there too. She actually came in.
Baby, I don't keep up with these characters.
That's because you should.
Of her neighborhood rabbits.
Yes, Debo's wife is a lovely homemaker. And they have a wonderful condo down the street.
How about this?
And yeah.
A rabbit came out today this morning. I love that your imagination can go there. I love it. I ain't saying I don't.
Lena Janelle said he looked crazy and criminal like a villain in an old Dick Tracy
did
cartoon.
She not talk on it? She talked about, and he's a criminal for fraud, and she listed it out, and she goes, and you know what his next big court date is? His next big court date is in November for his sentencing. She said all of that. Wow.
I thought it was in September, though.
Well, September is the one in September is the one that they pushed back like 6 months. They pushed back twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
September
for the hush money trial, hiding money and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So they kept pushing it back. Now it's September the 18th. But he's got other criminal convictions too.
He's only got a few.
He's had 91 pending. 91 pending. And I'm not sure if the 34 came out of that 91, but even if it did, that's 60 more potential felonies out there for him. 60 more. 34. Well, he's already had 2 impeachments. He can't get impeached. Oh, he's going to be brought on trial. Impeachment means to be brought up on trial. That's what the word means. It doesn't mean you lose the presidency. It means to be brought up on trial.
Absolutely. So I think that we can agree that we all need to do 2 things, no matter who you are, no matter where you are. And the first thing I think everyone will agree upon is vote. Make sure that you vote. That we don't want there to be any narrow margins. We don't want there to be any questionable math with regards to the vote. So number 1 is vote. But number 2 is, no matter who you are, no matter what religion you are, is to pray. Pray for the unity of our country. Pray for level heads to prevail. Pray for the sanctity of our office. Because what was done on January the 6th was in direct disrespect to everything that this country stands for. And so I implore you, whatever you do, I am not telling you what to do or how to do it. I am simply telling you to do it. Vote, have your voice heard, and pray. Have your prayers heard. Because that is the only way that we will make a change in this nation right now.
Last night, when they asked about January the 6th, Trump said, I had nothing to do with the riot, okay? He says, all I did was tell them, they asked me to make a speech is what he said. And he said the reason why the people were shot is one woman was shot because the police officer that shot her was radical and he should not even have been on the job. He said that. And he also said the security was, it wasn't my job for security. He was the acting president. He says it was Nancy Pelosi's fault why they had that. So he took no blame.
He took no responsibility.
Even though he was there, we're going to walk down to the Capitol. We're going to stop the steal. That's what he said to them. He riled them up. I'm going with you. And then he went home and watched it on TV. He riled it up. That's insedition. I mean, is it insedition? There's a word for it. Sedition. Okay. That's what he did. He incited a riot. That's a felony crime. Okay. Incited a riot against our own government. He wouldn't do the peaceful transfer of power, which is a basic tenet of our democracy. And he had people chanting, hang Mike Pence, because Mike Pence wouldn't do what he wanted. He did what the Constitution dictated his job required him to do. So, and Mike Pence won't vote for Trump either. He said so. No, I'm not voting for him. But anyway, the insurrection, he took no responsibility when he was the chief provocateur. I dare someone to debate me today about this thing. Punk step up to get beat down. Lisa said she's gonna try to control me. I heard her say in the beginning.
Oh, if my people who are called by my name
will humble themselves
and pray.
I will hear from them and I will heal their land.
Amen.
Then Janelle says,
yes, pray.
She said yes or yes this time? Yes,
she said yes. There was no A.
Okay.
Yes, pray. Voting is necessary, but pray. You better say it, Lisa. It's not enough for Kamala Harris to become president. We need a national healing. It's been a long time coming in America, and Trump took us back. Harris can take us forward. We must pray, though. Amen.
Amen. Shirley says,
business calls. I will see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Amen.
Have a blessed day as well.
See you tomorrow morning.
Good morning, Sister Fushina Kirkendall. How many times in your life have people paraphrased your name and called you a doll of some sort? Okay, this is the doll, or Kirk and doll, or my doll, baby. How many times you heard that, Fushina, in your life? Because I think it lends.
Good morning.
When was the last time? How could you not have heard this song?
Oh my goodness! I didn't say I didn't hear the song. I didn't hear that song.
Oh,
but I don't know what song it is.
I wrote down the words, the powerful words, the most powerful words, the four most powerful words. The four most powerful words are, "This too shall pass." That's the four. The three most powerful words are, "I love you." The two most powerful words are, "I am." And the number one most powerful word is thank you or thanks. Okay.
Brother Mark says, for all those people who think their vote doesn't matter, I strongly encourage you to watch the Bloody Sunday video on YouTube. Those attacked that day were marching for the right to vote, so you can vote. The power of the vote meant so much to them then. It should mean even more to you now.
Good job, baby. 1965 on a Sunday on the Pettus Bridge in Alabama. Those folks were marching to be able to, going to register to vote. The police and local militia stood at the end of the Pettus Bridge armed. The police and local militia were armed with batons and bats and all that. And the black folks who wanted to register to the vote, many of them for the first time, were beaten. I did a presentation on that on Bloody Sunday at my church, 1965 on my church. I did a presentation on it. And where's else where I was going?
You didn't do the presentation in 1965.
I didn't do it in 1965. I did it on Bloody Sunday 1965 at my church. Bill Clinton's quote, "If you don't believe that one vote matters, run for office." If you run for any office, you'll see how one vote matters. I appreciate Bill Clinton for that. What about all the cool stuff I said, Mark? He goes, "That was good, Lisa." I just said several good things in a row, and I get that was good, Lisa. Oh, what about me? What about the needs I feel? Aren't my dreams considered real? I'm not angry or rebelling, but there's something strong, compelling. Mark! Lena Janelle says,
get your coin, Shirley DeJeanette Wyatt.
That's
right. And tomorrow she'll be our guest as we continue the importance of family discussion and give her an opportunity to weigh in on us.
Hey, man, I love that Shirley's going to be our guest tomorrow. I'm excited about that. It's 9:42.
It's about that time, baby.
Are you looking forward today? This is Wednesday. We're going to say this. Wednesday is not hump day around these parts. Oh, no. Wednesday is Wisdom Wednesday, but it's also
Evaluation Day.
It's Evaluation Day. If you're new here, here's the two questions to ask yourself on Wednesdays. Question number one, to ask yourself on a Wednesday of every week. What am I doing correctly? What am I doing correctly? That's the question to ask yourself and answer for yourself. What am I doing correctly? This is based upon just these few days. Monday, Tuesday, whatever time you ask yourself that question. This week, these 3 days, what am I doing correctly? You'll answer for yourself things like, I'm working hard. I'm working enough hours. I'm reaching out to people. I'm studying. I'm being a good husband. Whatever it is, okay? Ask yourself and answer for yourself, what am I doing correctly? That's question 1. Question number 2 is not what I'm doing wrong. Oh, no. Question number 2 is, if I had these days
To do all
over again, what would I have done differently? Note, it's not asking yourself, what do you do wrong? You're asking yourself, if you had these days, this Monday, this Tuesday, this Wednesday, to do over again, what would I have done differently? I challenge you to ask yourself that question and to answer yourself that question, but do not fool yourself into saying, I never say this. Nope, there's nothing I would have done differently.
I did everything just right.
I did everything just right. Find something. Find something. This is on the Japanese concept called Kaizen, which is the science of continuous improvement. Further on in that philosophy, we should strive to get 1% better in the key areas of our life every week. Whatever the key areas of your life is, 1% better in your relationships, 1% better as a presenter, 1% better in your fitness. If you strive to get 1% better from week to week to week in the key, 1% better in your spirituality, what happens to your life in about 4 weeks with just this 1% better philosophy? That's it. So now we're about to do what we do. We thank people that have been consistent contributors to our show, and we do it with greeting songs and with greeting logos. If this is your first time here, bear with us. Up first today is Sister Judy Floyd. She's got a song.
Oh, Judy, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Judy. Hey, Judy.
Hey, Judy. Judy Floyd was a wonderful contributor to this feed here. She's also my de facto big sister. I've adopted her as my big sister because she just does that for me. Lena Janelle has a song too. She's another wonderful contributor. Lena Janelle, baby, we get high off her art, don't know how to behave. That's Lena Janelle's greeting song. How did she get a greeting song? That seems fun. I want a greeting song too. You can have one. All you got to do is be a consistent contributor. What's a contributor? Someone who puts something in the comments that we can read, because this broadcast is comment-led. Uzama Ross got a jam too.
Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King.
Uzama.
Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King.
Uzama. And you got on the right top to do the Uzama song. Good job, baby.
Shirley DeJohnette.
Wyatt will rock you, rock you. Shirley DeJohnette, Wyatt will rock you, rock you. She might have heard that, or she might not have, because she said she had the jet, so I hope she did. But we've done it for her.
And Lena Janelle says, speaking of the importance of voting, Brian and Lisa, what are your thoughts on people voting on the third-party candidates? Last night, one of my business associates, he expressed he didn't like or trust he didn't trust or like Trump or Kamala, so he was voting for Jill Stein. Respectfully, I told him he was wasting his vote. That brother purposely put that Jill comment out there to stir the pot. I had to express my disdain respectfully.
Yeah, it's almost a cottage industry. I'm going to vote for Harambe the gorilla. I'm going to vote for my brother. I'm going to vote for my mom just to honor her. It's not honoring that person. And I do agree with Lena, it's a wasted vote. Or in some cases, the vote for yourself or your friends or someone who's not going to get any other votes is actually helping one side or the other, okay, especially in certain states. So I'm with you. It bothers me people do that. I saw a post too. I'm going to vote for me, okay? I'm going to vote for myself, okay? Because in my state, you don't have to get anything. You don't have to fill out any paperwork to put on yourself on the ballot. And in certain states, there are like 9 states where you can do that. So I don't like those people either. I think it was messed up. When Barack Obama won, the first time he won, there was a lot of people that voted for that gorilla that got shot in that zoo, Harambe. They shot this gorilla because some baby fell into the gorilla cage or something. The gorilla was dragging the baby around, so they shot him. And a lot of people thought it was funny and cool to vote for the gorilla. Way more people voted for that gorilla that year than should have. Okay. Let's keep going with it. Antonobi Evans is up next. This is one that we all can participate in. Put on your Nigerian voice. Sit up straight into a chair. Take a lot of air into your body and say these words. Thank you, Antonobi.
David Frankel, once again, thank you so much for the invitation.
David, you can get a jam.
Thank you for joining us this morning. Dr. Beverly is in the building.
She's got a logo and it goes, Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly.
And good morning to you.
And the rest of your crew.
Dr. Deborah, nonprofit strategist and funding coach.
That's Dr. Deborah's jam.
We got Uzama, Lena, Dr. Beverly, Sheila, Lena,
Sheila
Sheila.
jam.
Sheila.
Storms are brewing in her eyes. Oh, that's Sheila's jam right there. Did Dr. Beverly. Let's see. Anybody else?
Oh, yesterday we missed out on doing Billy Bronco. He actually put a comment in, and it's Billy Bronco.
Ho! Billy Bronco. Ho! That's our first jam.
Absolutely. I tried to respond that in the comments yesterday, and it was flagged for inappropriate.
When you say Billy Bronco ho?
Yes.
Jesus. That's why I like our space. The empowermentcenter.online. The empowermentcenter.online. That's what we hanging out. Mark Greer's got a jam too. So wide you can't get around it.
So low you can't get under it.
So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove. He's getting down just for the funk of it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now. Shouts out to Gabe Leal. Gabe Leal, who's a LinkedIn legend who has a billion followers. He shouted out Lisa and I for this podcast. He knows about our podcast. He thinks our podcast is great. So he wanted to shout out Brian McNeill and LisaSantiagoMcNeilll yesterday on his feed. So thank you, Gabe Leal.
Thank you. What's up, Giz? You can ask Giz. I was in jail for
No. Stop. You're messing it up. That's how it is.
That's how it is.
You can ask Giz. I stole your girl while you was in prison.
Jail for MC assault. Milk is chilling. Gizmo's chilling. What more can I say? Top billing. That's the part. Milk is
Giz is chilling.
No, I didn't never say that. I always said to her, milk is chilling. Giz is illin'. What more can I say? Top billing. I know.
Oh my God.
But I'm Milk and she's Giz. So she had to be
That's
illin'.
how it is. Okay, anyway. Lisa has a very loose relationship with lyrics sometimes.
That's I do.
Scroll down, baby.
I say them how I want to. Get you said this song is giving issues.
I'm saying.
It is.
But we're going to figure it out.
Dr. Sheila says, oh, she's loving her song. And Dr. Deborah says, I needed my song this morning. I'm having a sick cat crisis this morning on top of the wrecked car, packing and moving everything else. Oh, no.
On top of the wrecked car, packing to move and everything else. Dr. Deborah, are you one of those single cat ladies that JD Vance is talking about? Did y'all see Taylor Swift's post?
Mm-hmm.
And she had a picture of herself. I'm one of those motherless cat ladies or single cat ladies or whatever it was. I loved the prose, but I also loved the picture. Dr. Deborah, are you one of those cat ladies that's
Ernest, we missed you. He said, I missed the talk today. We missed you.
Oh, man.
And Ernest says, geez, I ran to the comments and the post. I missed the convo the day after. I need to rewatch. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I want your comments too. But if you need web designing
and
or
some digital marketing, don't call me.
Call Ernest James Usher. Ernest James Usher.
Otherwise known as Big Swole.
The day after the election. This is also 9/11. And your greatest investment is into yourself. It's 9:30:53. We got to go. Okay.
9:30:53?
Yes, 9:30:53. That's all that. Let's go, man.
We appreciate you. We love you. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And Sister Shirley DeJeanette Wyatt for The Importance of Family Part 2. And in the meantime, and in between time.
Nah, son, I be getting mine in. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. We know. All right. Nah,
oh, my goodness.
Nah, son.
Don't forget to have sex. I love you. See you in the morning.